Northern Norway. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Elias. I'm an amateur landscape photographer. Currently traveling Europe in Northern Norway, in Lofoten Islands. Today is our first day in Lofoten Islands. If this kind of content interests you, hit the subscribe button. I put a video out every single week. Currently doing a series on my travels through Europe and through Norway. All right, okay, so a lot's happened since last video. Didn't sleep at all that morning. Ended up going to the airport with Jess. Oslo airport was super sick. The architecture is really cool. Almost everything there is automated though. I don't really like that. When we were checking our bags, it was just like a robot. We just put it on and it just went through. And I didn't trust that at all. So I sat there and waited for it, and finally the bag went through. It was very sketchy. Got on the airplane, and it's weird, dude. These European flights, like, they charge you for everything, like water. Well, except coffee. Coffee's free, but water is not. I was super right when we got to Tromsø, because immediately when the plane was starting to land, I saw the rain hit the windows and I said, yep, we are now in Northern Norway, because it is just gonna be raining all the time. And it was a torrential downpour the entire first day yesterday. It was just raining the entire time. So we landed, couldn't figure out what to do, didn't know where to go. We were told to take a bus to our destination to pick up our camper van that we're renting for the week. Couldn't figure out the bus system at all, so ended up just taking a taxi over. Read that you're not supposed to take taxis in Norway because they are so expensive, and they were right. That 4-minute taxi ride was probably $20. Got to where we were picking up the camper van and immediately had some huge difficulties. There's a lockbox to pick up the van keys. So to pick up the van, it's totally just like, it's contactless. So you get there, there's a lockbox that has your keys. Super simple, right? The code that they've given us did not work at all. I sat there and tried it over and over again. There's a little line where you align the numbers at, and it just didn't work. I tried it in I tried the code in every single position, tried changing it one number on every single row, in every single position. Super frustrated, emailing them, ended up calling them from their website, just trying to figure out what to do. They're telling me that that's the code. I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm not that stupid, so I don't know, like, we just couldn't figure it out. Finally got emailed back and just said, you have my permission to bend the box open and grab the keys. So I ended up bending the metal, let Jess put her arm inside, grab the key, got it back out. That was disastrous, but we did get the key, so that was cool. Got in the van's super sick. We chose the van path because Airbnbs here are pretty expensive and renting cars is super expensive. So if you just drive what you're staying in, what you're living in for the time being that you're here, it's worth it in the long run because you just save that much money while you're traveling through this country. Made a few mistakes though, because apparently when you fly here on Sunday, it is like Utah, where everything is literally closed. The grocery stores are closed, liquor stores are closed, everything is closed. Cafes are closed, nothing is open. Thankfully, we found a grocery store chain that they don't open the entire store, they only open up a very small section of it. This was very cumbersome because we needed water and didn't know what to do because you couldn't get water except for gas stations. Gas stations here are extremely expensive. God, they're expensive. One water's like $5. Just a regular little ball of water is like $5. It was crazy. They even tell you at the gas stations, do not buy water from the gas station. It's so much more expensive. And I'm like, I have to. This is literally the only place to get water. The airports don't have water. Bus stations don't have water. Nowhere has water. So we ended up buying a bunch of bottled water just to keep us through the night. Started the drive from Tromsø down to this little town. I can't remember the name of it. It was like I'm gonna apologize deeply to anyone watching this because I'm going to butcher every single name of every town, every hike, everything throughout this series. I am so sorry. Crashed out for the night, woke up, went to the grocery store, loaded up on all the food and water that we could possibly buy. After experiencing not having an immediate connection to get food or water, I didn't trust anything at all. So we just loaded up everything from the grocery store, got in the van, drove through. And the views coming into this country, into this area, were none like I have ever seen ever. It is absolutely wild. It was breathtaking. You just have these mountainous spires all around you. It's been overcast this entire time and you just see the moody vibe. Like driving through here, driving down through Lofoten was such a vibe. Such a vibe. And I loved every minute of it. think Jess put it right. She said that if dinosaurs still existed, they would live here because this just looks like a place where dinosaurs would roam. It is absolutely amazing looking. Plan is to head down into the lower portion of Lofoten Islands for today. From Tromsø to our destination, it's about a 7-hour drive. Last night we made about 3 hours of it. Today's about 4. So now we've made it to Svolvær. Pretty sure that's how you say it. Svolvær, where we're actually just going to be stopping just to get a couple things and get some gas. But I have a long list of hikes that I planned out for Lofoten area, and I just remembered, oh, Svolvær, there's a hike here. We should just do it. Today we're going to attempt to do it. This hike is super hard to pronounce. I'm gonna try. It's Djevelporten. Svolvær til Fløya og Djevelporten. Probably butchered that completely. It is a very small window of no rain. Everybody knows that rain can literally happen at any time here in Norway. It just seems like that's just the general consensus. So I'm about a third of the way up. I've let Jess kind of go up a little bit farther. I'll catch up to her later. 1,700 foot elevation gain over the course of 2.3 miles. It's super sick so far. It overlooks the entire town of Svolvær. Yeah, gonna hike up and see what happens. Here we go. Just reminds me of Vernal Falls and Nevada Falls hike. Just steps. I hate steps. 10 minutes in this thing. It's harsh already. Just like that, the weather forecast has changed, and now it's raining. This is actually Jess's first, honestly, her first physical activity, let alone hike. After her surgery, her brain surgery, tumor removal, so she's kicking ass right now, because I myself am getting my ass kicked, and I just did Alpine Lakes last weekend, so kudos to her, she's a badass. Oh God. Really hope Jess went the right way. She's smart, she probably did. Trail is super well marked. You got these white and blue marks on the rocks, which is sweet. Finally the stairs have stopped. Yeah, I like this little transition into rock granite walking. It's pretty sweet. Definitely nice to take a break from all those freaking stairs. My God. I just found the first photo. I'm gonna tell these peaks over here are super cool looking. So much atmosphere. The low cloud just adds so much atmosphere to them. They look really cool. I'm just gonna do a handheld real quick. Put on the fat lens. Yeah, one photo in the bag. Rain hard. I think we're like a little over halfway. Climb these peaks up to there. Maybe it goes up there. Maybe it goes up there. I don't know, but we're gonna see. Ready? Let's go. Made it to a sweet marker that tells us where to go. Djevelporten to Fløya. I'm butchering that. God, I'm sorry. Pretty much just straight up. Pretty self-explanatory. famous rock, whatever it's called. Honestly, I completely forgot about this. I got too excited when I saw people way up on those peaks. Pretty cool though. Reached the last elevation gain for this hike. It's pretty much just straight up that. And then it's just walking out on the ridge line all the way over there. Yeah, good introductory hike. Good introductory hike to Norway. I like it. It's good. Oh, we got really, really lucky. There's a little bit of light hitting those hillsides over there. Just enough. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna grab a quick pano of this. The extremely small height, long width photo, pano photo. Nice. Hell yeah. Oh God, the rain's coming down. Dang it. This last stretch that goes straight up is just loose dirt when it's not raining, but when it's raining, it's just mud and everything likes to give way. So be extremely cautious if you're taking this. Oh, almost the top. Almost. Made it up to the top, but it's not our final destination because that ridgeline is. Drops elevation from here, walks out, looks over the entire fjord, over Svolvær. Man, this is so sick. This is a great introduction to Norway, to Northern Norway, to the Lofoten Islands. This is exactly what I wanted when it came to hiking Europe. Yes. Having a human subject on landscape photography is another thing. It's portrait meets landscape photography. It is so awesome. My girlfriend is the best girlfriend in the world because she puts up with my BS. She's over there about to take a really compressed pic of her right up on that peak. It's gonna be really sick. Very stoked. She's killing it. So we have made it as far as we can go. This whole peak overlooking Svolvær, man, it's awesome. This is a banger of a hike, banger of a way to start our journey through Lofoten to Northern Norway. This is so sick. Rain's coming. Rain started coming real bad when I had the drone up in the air. That was really sketchy. So I think we're gonna go ahead and make our way back down. It's really windy up here. Loose rocks everywhere. But man, it's worth it. Very sick views. Very. Wow. So real quick, you're on the descent, and you can actually take a different way down. It's not march really at all. It's just kind of a scramble. Whoa. Wow, as you can see, but you do avoid going up and over that ridge, which is the way we took up here, down to the staircase, which is over there. So that is nice. I highly recommend bringing trekking poles for this part alone, because I really wish I brought mine. Just beats having to do that really sketchy part when we climbed up on that ridge. I definitely prefer this. Kind of wish I took this way up, to be honest. With that, we made it down. Wow, going down is always so much harder than going up. Those stairs killed my legs. Man, I prefer going uphill than downhill. I think it's just much easier. Unless you have hiking poles, I don't know. Especially with stairs, I'm not a fan of stairs on hikes. Not at all. I guess we're just gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying to the very end. If you got any value out of this video, please hit the like button. It helps my channel out a lot. It's free. I'm new to YouTube. I would greatly appreciate you hitting the like button after going 1,700 feet up and down. Please hit the like button. If you've been looking into this hike and you have any questions about it that I didn't cover, go ahead and comment down below. If I can answer it, I definitely will. The channel isn't really meant to be like a hike review, but I mean, I just went all the way up and down, so I should be able to give some information. Speaking of information, real quick, so the way that we had taken down was actually a split where the staircase goes up to the rock. So when you come to that split, you can either go up, hit the rock, or you can take it to go to Floya. But I highly suggest taking the staircase up to the rock, going all the way out to Floya, and then taking the same way that we came down if you have hiking poles. If you don't, I would take the same way you came back out, just to scramble the entire way. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. Tonight, I think we're gonna head to Leknes area, where might be doing a sunrise hike in the morning. I'm not really sure yet. The weather is very, very, very volatile, so I'm just trying to plan everything accordingly. If you enjoy this kind of content, hit the subscribe button. I put a video out every single week. Generally, it's in my local area, which is the Pacific Northwest, me going out and exploring my landscape photography adventures and bringing it to YouTube. For this series, we're exploring Europe and mostly Norway, Northern Norway, which we're at now. So if you want to see any more of that, hit the subscribe button. A video will be coming out next week. Shout out to Jess. This is her very first hike since her brain surgery, since she got her tumor removed. And that was a hell of a hike to do for her first one. So good job. I'm very proud of you. All right, we will see you next week. Tomorrow, tonight, next week. I'm tired.